My name's Emily Van, and my presentation is on the Code of Hammurabi. Abstract. This presentation examines the Code of Hammurabi as one of the earliest written legal systems and evaluates how it shaped social order in ancient Babylon. By analyzing key laws, visual artifacts, and historical context, the project argues that the code functioned both as a legal document and a tool of political authority. The presentation explores how its principle of justice, social hierarchy, and reciprocity reveal Babylonian cultural values and considers the code's broader influence on later legal traditions. Introduction. The Code of Hammurabi is one of the earliest surviving written legal codes. Created under King Hammurabi of Babylon and carved on a 7 to 8 feet basalt stele, it provides insight into early ideas of justice, social order, and governance. This presentation explores the code's historical context, major themes, and its lasting influence on legal traditions. A central question to focus on throughout this presentation is how did the Code of Hammurabi shape our modern-day legal system? Historical background. The Code of Hammurabi was created around 1754 BCE during the reign of King Hammurabi of Babylon, one of the earliest known written law codes in human history, carved onto a tall basalt stele displayed publicly for citizens to see. Written Akkadian cuneiform, the legal language of Mesopotamia, designed to unify the empire and establish consistent laws across Babylonian society. Structure and purpose. Contains 282 laws engraved on a tall basalt stele for public display. Organized into legal categories: family law, property law, criminal law, trade and business, contracts, and labor. Aimed to create consistent, standardized laws across the Babylonian Empire. Hammurabi's stated purpose is to bring about the rule of righteousness, so the strong may not oppress the weak, served both as a legal code and a political statement reinforcing Hammurabi's authority as a just ruler. Key laws and themes. Lex talionis, also known as an eye for an eye, justice based on direct reciprocity. Social class hierarchy, punishments differ for elites, commoners, and slaves. Family plus household laws, marriage rules, inheritance, divorce, and parental authority. Property plus economic regulations, contracts, wages, loans, trade, and liability. Harsh penalties designed to deter crime and maintain order. Reflects Babylonian values of order, duty, and obedience to the king. Society and social hierarchy. Babylonian society divided into three main classes: Awialam, which is the elite, Mushkinam, which is the commoners, and the Wardam, the slaves. Laws applied unequally with harsher penalties for harming elites. Slaves had limited legal rights, but some protections under the code. Women had specific roles and responsibilities defined by family laws. The code reinforced social order by protecting property, marriage, and family structures. It highlights a worldview built on status, duty, and hierarchy. Influence. Inspired later Mesopotamian law codes, including Middle Assyrian and Hittite laws. Introduced the idea of public written law rather than oral tradition. Influenced later civilizations by establishing the concept of a centralized legal authority. Serves as an early example of codified justice, even if unequal. Modern influence is mostly symbolic, representing the origins of legal reasoning. Still referenced in discussions of ancient law, justice, and human rights. Materials. The stele is carved from black basalt, a hard volcanic stone. Material choice reflects permanence, durability, and authority. Basalt is difficult to carve, showing advanced Mesopotamian craftsmanship and engineering. Text is engraved in Akkadian cuneiform using wedge-shaped impressions. Upper relief panel carved in low relief depicting Hammurabi receiving authority from Shamash. Materials and artistic technique emphasize the divine legitimacy of Hammurabi's laws. The stele's height, over 7 feet, and polished surface were meant for public display and visibility. Effects. Introduce the concepts of public written laws that citizens could see rather than rely on oral tradition. Influence the development of legal transparency, a foundation of modern justice systems. Help shape the principle that laws should apply consistently even if early applications were unequal. Set early examples of state-controlled legal authorities similar to how modern governments codify and enforce laws, contributed to the value of evolution of ideas like presumption of evidence, contracts, and regulated economic transactions, serves as a historical model showing how societies use law to create order, protect property, and guide social behavior. Questions. 1. What is the Code of Hammurabi made of? 2. How many classes are the Babylonian society divided into? 3. What is Lex Talionis translated to? 4. What was the code written in? 5. Who came up with the code? Answers. 1. Black basalt. 2. 3. 3. An eye for an eye. 4. Akkadian cuneiform. And 5. Hammurabi. And then this is my works cited. Thank you for listening.